What is the best vitamin for allergies? I get asked this question all of the time by my allergy sufferers. Allergies impact everybody differently, so there's not one specific formulation, which might be why you haven't had much success yet. If this sounds like you, then you have come to the right place. I'm here to answer this question in today's video, so let's get started. Hi, I'm Dr. Kelly Shockley, Doctor of Cause Chiropractic, board certified in sports medicine and specialized in clinical nutrition. In this video, we're going to go over the top 8 supplements that work for alleviating allergy symptoms. I'm going to share with you not only what they are, what they're for, but also dosing that can be effective for those of you starting out with this process. Then we'll discuss 3 affordable complementary home care types of remedies you can utilize that work like a charm and have you feeling more symptom-free when combined with a healthy diet and these supplements. And then I will be sharing with you lifestyle changes you want to implement during your allergy season to really help reduce the amount of symptoms that you're experiencing. These are super easy and they take no additional time of your life. Let's dive right on in. What are the top 8 supplements for minimizing allergy symptoms? Okay, we're going to list these out. I'm going to tell you what they are, what they're for, and then kind of what the common dosing is to help you start alleviating symptoms. Now, in an ideal world, it is best to start these 30 to 60 days before your classic allergy season begins. That way they're already in the body, ready and armed to take on the allergens in the air. The first one is spirulina. Now, spirulina was shown to reduce the release of histamines into the body, so it has an antihistamine effect and has worked effectively for people consuming 1 teaspoon of it a day. Research has shown that spirulina helps to decrease nasal congestion, the itching, and production of mucus. So try spirulina out if you've been dealing with those issues. Quercetin is number 2 on the list, and it stops the production of histamines. So again, another antihistamine effect. I will say, quercetin can interact with certain medications, so make sure you check with your medical doctor, whoever prescribed your medication, before you just add quercetin into your regimen. And the dosing is 1,000 milligrams of quercetin per day. Butterbur is number 3. Just 500 milligrams a day will be enough to help. It initially was founded for treating bronchitis and asthma-related types of symptoms, but has now had claim to fame for helping with seasonal allergies. With Butterbur, young children, pregnant or nursing women probably should not be utilizing this one. There's been no research done on those populations. Number 4 on the list are probiotics. Probiotics help make your gut healthy, which is where that microbiome lives, and also where your immune system lives. So this just supercharges your body's ability to tackle whatever allergens it's being exposed to with more grace. Ultimately, when it comes to probiotics, I'm looking for probiotics that contain 50 billion little critters per capsule. You could start with just 1 of those a day. If you're having a flare-up, you could ultimately increase to 2 a day and then back down to 1 after a week or so. Vitamin A is next on the list. 2,000 milligrams a day should be sufficient for helping with allergy symptoms. Vitamin A is very anti-inflammatory and it works as a natural antihistamine too. The next on the list is bromelain. Bromelain is an anti-inflammatory found in pineapple predominantly. If you take 1,000 milligrams of this a day in between meals, you want it in between meals because it helps digest proteins if you take it while you're eating food. But in between, it can help reduce the inflammation, which inflammation is part of what causes all of the symptoms that you're experiencing. It can calm down the swelling in your nasal passages and in your throat and into your respiratory system as well, hoping to clear things up and open them up for you. Number 7 on the list is zinc. 30 milligrams of zinc per day will be effective. Now, where zinc comes into play is that one of the underlying triggers of allergies is also stress. When we're dealing with chronic levels of stress, the adrenals start to tank out on us. Zinc helps to bolster their ability to function properly and also is required for 20% of every single biochemical process that happens every single day. And it's great for the immune system. So zinc is just something else you can add in to bolster the immune system and keep the body going, especially if you're dealing with lots of stress or at least chronic levels of stress. Stinging nettle is the last on the list. Dosing is anywhere from 300 to 500 milligrams twice per day. It is an anti-inflammatory and also acts as an antihistamine. But beware of stinging nettle as well, as it can create adverse reactions if you're on certain medications. So this would be another one to double check with your medical professional before just adding it into your regimen. Now, I'm curious, are you taking any of these nutrients right now? And have you noticed any benefit of them? Let me know what your response is down in the comments below. All right, what are 3 effective, affordable, very complementary home remedies and treatments that you can do as an adjunct to taking these nutrients that work really well for reducing allergy symptoms? Let's get into them. Number 1 would be the neti pot or the nasal rinse using the bottle option. Reason being is because it helps clear out the mucus that is hard for you to just express out by blowing your nose. But it also can clean out the allergens that are lining those tissues, sitting there irritating them. So adding in a neti pot, doing that once a day or every other day would be really helpful. If you have a day where you're really outside for the whole entirety and are just miserable, maybe doing it in the morning and the evening. That way you can start out clean and then again, clean out whatever you were exposed to is a great adjunctive therapy to helping minimize allergy symptoms. Number 2 would be utilizing essential oils. You can pick up a diffuser from almost anywhere now, whether it's Amazon or like natural grocers, the grocery stores seem to have them. They're everywhere. And it is so awesome because it allows you to get more use out of your essential oil while helping open up your nasal passageways at the same time. So some oils that work really well for opening up your nasal passageways would be eucalyptus and peppermint. Also, rosemary can be beneficial too. Something else that's really helpful for more respiratory related types of symptoms are any of the citrus fruits. There's a lot of research behind citrus fruits as being helpful for like asthma and other respiratory types of conditions. So you can either wear these on your body, get one of the little pendants that sits on your chest so you can breathe it in, or put it in a diffuser so that you're regularly breathing it in. My son has seasonal allergies, unfortunately, and this is something that I do with him often. I can't get him to do a neti pot because he's 9 and he's just not having it. But I do run a diffuser that blows kind of in the direction of his bed, and I run it at night because that's the only time that a 9-year-old boy is still, mostly, is while he's sleeping. So I diffuse different oils in his room on a regular basis every single night during allergy season, and it's super helpful. Another thing that I do with essential oils with him, if he's really blocked up, I'll put like a drop or 2 in a pot of water and get the water so it's gently boiling. Drape a towel over his head so that the steam can go in and kind of loosen up the tissues and the mucus that's there, and the essential oil can help open those passageways up. Actually is really effective. The third thing you can try is some acupuncture. Acupuncture can be really good at reducing allergy symptoms, but this is something you want to try to front load. So figure this out and see a local acupuncturist before your allergy season shows up. That way you can have an approach and a game plan and really can start working on seeing some underlying issues you may already be having to help reduce your reactivity and increase your threshold so you're not so sensitive to the allergens that normally will trigger your responses. Now, before I get into the lifestyle changes that you should implement during allergy season to amplify all of your results from adding in these good remedies and nutrients, I just want to remind you to subscribe to my channel down below. So just click that subscribe button, turn the notifications on. I am regularly publishing videos every Monday through Friday, everything to deal with allergies, gut health, brain health, you name it, anything to help you achieve what I like to call total body mastery. So just click the subscribe button, turn on those notifications. That way you don't miss the next show. Awesome. What lifestyle changes should you implement to amplify this whole process and have you be more symptom-free? Let's get into those. The first one is stay hydrated. You should be drinking half of your body weight in ounces every single day, no more than 96 ounces, which is 3 quarts. If you get dehydrated, the mucus is going to be harder to expel. And there's so much else that comes from staying hydrated for benefit for your overall health. Number 2 would be to try to limit your exposure. On those high pollen counts, of the pollens that you're really reactive to, maybe it's better to stay indoors instead of planning a full day out on an adventure so that you're not miserable by the end of the day. Number 3 is one that I've enforced with my son, though he never is super on board about it, but shower off before you go to bed. This cleans off any of the remaining pollens that are on your body, in your hair, so that as you lay down to go to sleep, you're not continually being exposed to these irritants that are going to amplify your symptoms. Number 4 would be washing your clothes and also your bedding. Obviously you don't need to wash your bedding every single day, and wear fresh clothes on a regular basis so that you're not running risk of incidental exposure. If you've had a day where you've been outside and you come home and you're now all over your bed, it is possible to transfer those pollens to your bedding. Same thing if you have an animal, like they may be outside and in different bushes and in the trees and in the grass and bringing those pollens in. I would strongly recommend that you make sure that Fido doesn't jump into your bed, because that can again increase your incidental exposure to allergens. Along those lines, number 5 would be wipe down your pets. You can simply just wipe them down with a wet washcloth, like a damp washcloth. It doesn't have to be soaking, to try to grab some of the pollens back off of their fur. That way, again, you don't have those incidental exposures. Now, if it's an option, opt for less carpeted areas in your home and have more hardwoods or tile floors, because those are much easier to clean, where carpet can hold on to the dust mites, which a lot of people are actually allergic to, and even pollens can drop into your carpets. So if you have less carpeted surfaces, that would be really beneficial for reducing any allergy type of response that you may be having. Number 7 is decluttering. The more you have around, the more surface area there is for, again, those dust mites, or just also places that pollens can transfer to and increase your living quarters of exposure. Number 6 and number 7, if budget is limited for carpet or reducing carpet and replacing floors, and same thing for like decluttering, if there's just not simply enough space in your home or that seems overwhelming to you, the number 1 room that is most important is your bedroom. Since you're going to be in there 8 or more hours every night, trying to sleep and breathing in the air that's in that environment, that is where you want to focus first. And then the last lifestyle change to implement during allergy season would be not letting fresh air in on those high pollen count days. So keeping doors and windows closed, because again, when they're open and there's a breeze, the pollens can just come cruising on into your home, and now there's no safe place where you can avoid those exposures that create those allergy symptoms. Now, if you really want to get down to the underlying cause of why you ended up with allergies in the first place, believe me, it's possible to figure it out, because allergies are generally the result of something else. Then I encourage you to check the description down below, click on it so it expands. Look for a link to my ebook, From Sluggish to Unstoppable. In this ebook, I explain to you exactly how to determine what is the cause of, what's the underlying cause of your allergies, and how do you evaluate that, and moving forward, what's your approach then for fixing it. So like I said, just click the link down below in that description and you will have instant access to that ebook, and it can be a total life changer for you. Thank you so much for being here, and have an awesome rest of your day. God bless.